Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and my name is Muhammad Faiz Izzuddin bin Muhammad Zamri, and my metric number is S59375. For this assignment, I have been given to create a business program BPD for case 1. So for this case, it's about Bekaan Company is a tire dealer. So we want to create a BPD for inventory control system. For this BPD, it have been divided by 6 departments, which is retail store, shipping clerk, warehouse inventory control clerk, purchasing department, warehouse receiving clerk, and accounts payable. And activities performance are divided by 2, which is weekly and rush orders, and also quarterly. For the firstly, for the retail store, we can insert circle, means for the start the process. Then we insert rounded rectangle, means for activity in the process. So we review the inventory and place the order. Then we go to shipping clerk for fill orders. We choose the rounded rectangle also. And we add the connector from the circle, from the start event, and also for the shipping clerk. And we transfer to retail store to record received goods. And we add connector from the shipping clerk to receive good. And then to end the process, we add the bold circle, and we also add the connector here. Next, we move to department warehouse inventory clerk. We start with the system generate purchase requisition. We also need to start the event, and then we proceed to the system generates purchase requisition. After that, adjust and approve purchase requisition. Also choose the rounded rectangle. Adjust and approve purchase requisition. And we put the connector here and also here. And then we go to purchase department and finalize and approve the system generated PO. We go to the purchasing department and put the round rectangle here. And we finalize and approve system generated PO. And we put the connector from the adjust and approve requisition to finalize and approve system generated PO. And we send PO to vendor and a copy of purchase order. We also choose the round rectangle. Send PO to vendor. And we also put the connector from here to here. And to end the process, we add the bolt circle, and we add the connector. And then a copy of purchase order is sent to accounts payable. A copy of purchase order is sent to account payable. Since we get receiving report and PO. And then we end the process and also put the connector from here to here. After we send the report and PO to the accounts payable, we need to column in warehouse receiving clerk for receive system prepared receiving report. We choose the round rectangle. And receive system prepared receiving report. And then we add a connector from the finalize and approve finalize system to here. Then we proceed to receive goods, complete receiving report, then a quantity. Receive goods, complete receiving record, date and quantity. And we add the connector from the receive system prepared receiving record to here. And we need to transfer it to accounts payable. Then we proceed in accounts payable, which after get receiving report and PO, we receive vendor from invoice, and we need to reconcile PO and receiving report. First, we need to do the receiving vendor invoice from the vendor itself. And we add a connector from get receiver report to receive vendor invoice, and we continue with reconcile PO, receiver report, invoice. And we add the connector from here to here. And lastly, we disburse funds to vendors. And we also add a connector from the reconcile to disburse. And to end the process in accounts payable, we need to add the bolt circle. And add a connector here. And that's all for weekly and rush orders. Next, we can go to the quarterly process, and this process only included in retail store and warehouse inventory control clerk debt. First, in the retail store, we need to start the event and count the inventory and reconcile to corporate database. Choose the round rectangle. Count inventory and reconcile to corporate database. And we add a connector here, and to end the process we add the bolt circle and also add a connector. Then we go to the warehouse inventory control clerk. The first one is we need to add the circle to start the event and add a round rectangle here. To include, maintain and update perpetual inventory system. Add on here, maintain and update perpetual inventory system. And add a connector here. And to end the process, we just put the bolt circle. And that's all for the case 1. Next, we move to case 2. Case 2 is about Melanie is doing a study on various weight loss plans and needs to determine an individual weight status by calculating his or her body mass index. She decides to prepare a flowchart. So first, we insert the terminal, means beginning of the process. We start with the input and the width and height. We choose the data program to put the input width and height. We put a connector from the start to input width and height. After we key in the data, we drag computer process symbol for calculating BMI. So we choose the process and put it in here and key in the data for body mass index BMI. And we put the connector from here to here. After calculate BMI, we insert decision and write BMI below than 18.5. So we put the decision here, the decision box. So the BMI is below than 18.5. And we put the connector from the process box to the decision box. So if yes, the decision is if yes, the weight status is equal to underweight. So we put the process data here and the weight status. Put the connector from the decision to the process. If no, the decision show BMI higher than 25. And we choose the decision process and put there BMI higher than 25. Put the connector. And then we have to condition which is yes or no. For no, the result show weight status normal, and if yes, the weight status is overweight. So we put a process box here and process box here. This one is for yes and this one is for no. And for no, the weight status is normal. And if yes, the weight status is overweight. And we put the connector there. And this one is for yes. This one is for no. After that, we use on-page connector to connect all the weight status. Choose the on-page reference and connect everything, the weight status, to the on-page reference. And after that, print the result, which is show the width, height, BMI, and width status. And then we print width, height, BMI, and width status. And we put the connector from the on-page reference to the print. And we insert terminal for end the flowchart. Put end there and add a connector. That's all for determine an individual's width status by calculating his or her body mass index. That's all from me, and thank you.